Do you have a particular cheer that you love using the most?
Love using the?
Most at the matches.
Most.
Cheering.
Keep it.
Favorite one?
Sometimes Sangakkara. When he's after 50, he tend to score risky shots. Sometimes with all that, if the fielder misses the catch or something, he goes for a century. So sometimes it happens. So I used to shout at him and say, Sangakkara, don't be Hituakkara, don't be Dangakara. I love you because you are Alankara. Sometimes he hears it and he's a little careful, and sometimes he goes for the century. Then when I see a cricketer missing a catch, or administrator not administrating properly, I say, Percy is cricket crazy, but he has no mercy for those cricketers, spectators and administrators who are lazy. Then when Vas bowls, I used to say, Vasi, please take a wicket for Uncle Percy. And that type of slogans I used to shout, and sometimes cricketers hear it. And I can remember when Ponting was batting, Murali was bowling at a match here. About 80,000 Australians voted Murali, saying Chaka and a lot of things. And Murali was bowling, and he was bowling outside the off stump and Ponting used to square cut and hit a 4. Same ball, 3 times, 3 fours. So I was feeling so very bad, and I said, shouted at him, Murali, modek wage bowl karanna epa. Then he overheard it and he was like this. Then Atapattu went and told Murali, Majan, don't worry. Percy uncle apita okay yanne. Apita adareta. Next ball he got him out. Then there are a lot of instances where Asudin was. He came here as the best batsman in the world, 3 consecutive centuries against England. When I saw him, 22 years old, best batsman in the world, I saw him, he was best batsman, but he looked sort of a sensitive, timid type of character. I thought with words I may be able to get him out. So when he was going to bat, I said, Dasa, I dreamt you getting out the 3rd ball. He got out to the 3rd ball. From then onwards, he was scared of me. And when I went upstairs at the SSC with the flag, he was coming down with Kapil Dev. No sooner he saw me, he went back, thinking I am a charmer, because we get a lot of charmers in India. Best batsman in the world, his high score was 48 and the average was 18. And India lost the match at Sarah Stadium. Last wicket was caught and bowled. Kapil Dev caught and bowled from Ratnayaka. And I think our president at that time, he was a holiday. Next time when Asudin came, he was matured, insured and assured. We had told the Press Trust of India, there's a chap called Percy, whatever he says it happens. Now I am mature, but I am worried about Tendulkar and Kamble. They were of his age at the time he was captain. Then there was a Illahahu. They had meetings, and even the Indian cricketers had said, how can you tell a spectator not to shout? In India they will set fire to the houses and throw bottles. Our people ask me, there is a complaint against you, what is your reply? I said, you tell us only. I am not an uneducated spectator like in India, Pakistan, Australia. I know my onions better than their banians. When Asa came, I asked him, are you angry with me? No, Percy. I said, you are the only spectator who has made a comment against me. No, the media has blown it out of proportion. And he invited me for dinner. He didn't tell me the date and I was not worried about the dinner. Anyone else should have gone. Because if I went for the dinner, what I did should have gone for the 6. Later on, he was my best friend. Unfortunately, he got caught for match fixing. He was banned from cricket. And there was another instance where Sri Lankan went to bat. I said, what's the bet? You don't get more than 10 runs. He was a hard hitter and tough fellow, not like Asudin. It was small 6. He looked at me and he was cheering like, let's go, he had scored a 50. His concentration was on me, not the bowler. Second ball 4. Then I just said, all right, wait and see what happens to the next ball. Bowl. He also had written in one of his books that there's a chap called Percy. Like a charmer, whatever he says, it happens. Then there was another incident where I think I told you. David Boone was going to bat, Australian. Now he's a match referee. I said, David Boone, you Tasmanian goon, come back soon before noon. He got out the 3rd ball. And Australian said, don't go close to him, he'll kill you. Because he got caught to some murder case in Australia and he escaped because he's a cricketer. I said, I am not scared of those killingsmen, I am from south of Sri Lanka. Then I went up to Boone was spitting and a lot of things against me. About 5 yards handicap I gave and I said, David Boone, you came back soon before me. He said the very filthy word and raised the bat and came running to hit me. I ran. For my luck, he fell. Otherwise, he should have hammered me. So those are things that happen. When I first went to Hobart later on, I saw a person like David Boone in full suit. I asked Australian, who is that? He said, that is David Boone. I went behind him, embraced him and said, David Boone, come back soon before noon. He looked back and said, oh, Percy, you can still remember it. I said, remember? If you didn't fall, you would have killed me. No, Percy. Outside the boundary line, they are very good friends. Inside, they are like devils. So he was very friendly with me after that. And we were good friends. When he came as match referee, he always put a wave and go.
What is your message to the spectators of the sport?
Actually, my message to the spectators, not only Sri Lanka and the world, is to do a proper job. Genuine, be patriotic. I know there's a spectator from Pakistan, Chacha. He had written he was interviewed by Gulf News in Saudi. He had said he likes to be like Percy of Sri Lanka. So he's a tube bell operator, he works in the night. Daytime he watches matches. So he sort of became a little famous. And when he cheers, I met him here, one day he came for matches here. And he told me that Pakistan is calling Pakistan Percy. So it's good, but the only thing is, then there is another chap trying to overtake him and a lot of things happening. So I would like to advise all the spectators in the world, do a genuine job. You should know the language. You should have at least played some cricket, general knowledge of the game. Where general knowledge is concerned, I'll give you a nice example. So Sean Pollock came here as the captain of the South African team. They were playing against us at SSC. So I just asked him, Sean, have you heard of Cheetham, Tayfield, Goddard, Maglu? They were all cricketers of yesteryear. Something like the Bradman era. He was grinning. I said, Sean, before you hold a bat for your motherland, you should know the history of your cricketers. Because of them you are doing this. You are in this status. What a shame. Then he tried to test me. He said, Percy, who is my father? Graham Pollock or Peter Pollock? Both of them played for South Africa and they were top batsmen. So I told him, my dear Sean, from your stand of cricket, I have a feeling you are not the son of any one of them. Then he put a hearty laugh. He didn't get offended. From that day onwards, he got a liking to me. So whenever he sees me on TV, in the dressing room, he says, Percy, Percy, you're on TV.